Welcome back in. You just heard from former Trump attorney Jim Trusty. Now let's step into the minds of prosecutors and take you behind the scenes of what strategy might be playing out here. Joining us now is a man who served over 30 years in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, former First Assistant District Attorney Leroy Frazier. Leroy, thanks so much for joining us.
I'm happy to be here, Katie.
So safety and security has been top of mind for this jury, especially as they get selected this week. And we've seen some issues with that pop up. One woman stepping down after she was asked a bunch of questions from family and friends. Have you had to deal with this issue of safety and security? And do you think this jury is going to be able to remain anonymous throughout the duration of the trial?
Yes, Katie, I heard about the woman who did step down because of that. And as I understand it, names may have been given out. However, pertinent information about who they are not. But when you hear enough about a person that you tend to know, you might send a text or email to ask, is that you? I think that is not the case with individuals who don't know who you are, who are not your family or friends. And so those types of inquiries usually are kept to that minimum. Safety and security is always an issue in a trial, and you want to ensure that jurors do feel safe.
What is going through the minds of prosecutors? Obviously, this is a once-in-a-lifetime jury selection, a once-in-a-lifetime trial. What do you think they're thinking about as they're assessing these potential jurors?
Well, they're thinking that they want to get it right. They want to get the type of juror that they're seeking to get. They want to make sure that they get someone who's going to be fair and impartial. And more importantly, someone who's going to do two very important things, or three that is. A, listen to the facts as they are presented in court. Listen to the judge's instructions on the law that he gives them once both sides have rested. And a third, apply those facts to the law and come back with their verdict.
We talked earlier in the show about how a jury's job is to decide what the facts are. The judge is the one who gives them the law, and they apply the facts to the law. Well, this jury has at least two lawyers sitting on the panel, and sometimes lawyers can think they might know the law a little bit better or interpret it in a different way. Do you think having two lawyers on the panel is going to be a challenge for prosecutors?
I think two are better than one. As a prosecutor, if I'm trying a case and I feel that a lawyer would be an appropriate person on the case, it's important that that lawyer not monopolize discussions in the jury room thinking he knows more about the law than others. And so having another one, or a second or third or fourth, would tend to counterbalance that.
That's sending me back to many an argument in a law school classroom somewhere I don't want to go back to. Let me ask you also, they're going to put Michael Cohen on the stand, who is a known liar. He's got real credibility problems. How do prosecutors do that? How do you approach a witness like that and convince a jury that you can believe a guy who has lied numerous times?
Well, the important thing there, obviously, is corroboration. I mean, when you have a witness who has been convicted of a crime, that tends to affect that person's credibility in the eyes of those who are listening to what that person has to say. But if, in fact, you have independent corroboration, then that allows you to argue to the jury that you have to believe him because this other piece of evidence that's not connected to him buttresses his testimony and proves that what he's saying is true.
Trump has made comments quoting others on social media about the jury. He's also seemed to toe the line of this gag order. Where do you think the line is, and how does the judge even go about enforcing that against this particular defendant?
Well, the judge has said that he's going to hold a hearing where he will hear arguments from both sides, he will listen to the evidence, and then he'll figure out a way to enforce it in a manner that is least disruptive to the trial, I think, but at the same time holding violators of that law accountable.
Former First Assistant DA Leroy Frazier, thank you so much for taking the time with us.